right, good evening. I'm back. I'm going to try and get a little bit of work in because I had time to think about mistakes that I was making before. And so I think I have a way to fix a few things. So I'll get to it. For one, we're going to add, let me think. I guess I'll do type after. And so it's just going to be an int. And so for that, or you know what? I might want to do like separate the slot from the type. No, that's all right. So default parameter expected. And so now we're gonna do. I think we actually want to check type first. So if we put in the type, that'll supersede the slot. So we'll check for that first. So if type -1 or well, actually this is going to get a little confusing. I might want to split this up. And so in that case, we might want the data. And for the, we're just going to do an array. Actually, so it's going to be, yeah, data array. And let me make sure that's not overlapping anything in here. Yeah, because menu item inherits from that. So now we can do data equals that, right? And so we just have to go through, and we might as well var data size. Just trying to clean this up. So we do that, we get the buttons. Just have to edit some of these. We don't need that anymore. And what we need, so data, that looks fine. So yeah, I think we're gonna separate that. So we'll load the item data. I think by default, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna okay, that looks good. I think we pretty much want to copy that. Let's do that. So we're going to do function. It's going to be let's see. We're going to put, let's see. Show items by type. And and I think this might actually change to, no, that's okay for now. So show items by type, we're going to paste that. We don't need that. And so we're doing type int. change that to that. It's going to be, we're going to need, so it's going to be of type, I'm going to do item equals type. Then we do that otherwise. And we also need, yeah, I guess for hiding, I'd like to, let's do disable instead. Let's call it this. Show items by type. Yo, hold on. My cats are. Yo. What was that? Huh? Are you back here in my books? What are you guys doing? Oh, knocking my binoculars down. Great. That's a little sad. Butthead cats. Okay, I'm back. I think we're gonna put like hide buttons, hide invalid. No, we'll just do that. Then we can do, it'll be basically the same thing. In which case, I think we need to improve this. It's going to be get items by type, and so we're going to have, and really this should probably be in the, this could be in the inventory, but for now we'll just do, so it's going to be like this. Oh my gosh, I keep getting a phone call. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hey, what's up? Okay, you gonna head over? Yeah. All right, love you. Have fun. See you. Just like, I'm so much more relaxed than I was earlier. I've been cutting back on my coffee. I think that's helping. So anyway, we need to do bar buttons. Right. We do that. Now we're checking if we're in range of the the data. And instead of doing this stuff, we're going to just be adding that item to an array. And so we're going to do items. And so we do this, and we don't need that. So that's returning an array. Return valid items. Now later on, like I said, we could put this in the inventory, but for now it's okay in here. This is why we type everything. I mean, static typing, because it helps us with our bug detection. So now we're going to do function get items by slot type. And so this is going to be slot int. We're going to just copy this. By type. It would be nice to just, I don't really care. I mean, we could, combine these, and so now we're just going to change it to item slot equals slot, and that's it. That's all we change. So when we do we still no, we don't want valid items. I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's going to be valid buttons. We're just going to replace all there. And so for here, it's just going to be, let's see, for button and get items by type. We're going to do, now we're already setting the text. We do that up here. And then, so which one am I, where was I? Show items by type, right? Let's see. We just have to change this to button. And oh, you know what? That doesn't work because then, see, we do need to iterate. Oh man. Tricky. I think we do need to combine these. Show or disable by type and slot. So I'm trying to think of a way to do this efficiently. We could do like for button in get buttons, if button in get out items by. Or well, we're in type right now, so it's going to be by slot. Let's do slot, yeah. Get items by type. Then we do this. Else we do that, and then we just make sure we're showing. And yeah, that's totally fine to do it this way. Then we're going to do it down here, but it's going to be a slot. And then get items by slot. Man, I am digging this keyboard now. It took me a little bit to get used to it, but I am very much enjoying it. So I'm going to do this. We're going to change this to a toggle. It's going to be show or enable. That's going to be a bool. Slot. Then we'll do so these always need to be like that. Now here it'll be show true or enable false. I think that'll communicate what I need. Maybe not, but so my thinking here is that we can do else we do button dot disable equals true. And then we can copy this, and we just put this there and delete that. And then we need to copy that. And I'll show you how this works once we get into it. So now, I feel like this is fine for now. We're always just going to show all the spells. I have no problem with that for now. But we do need to, when we load item data, I guess we can keep this for now. We don't need type anymore. We'll just keep it like that for, because there's some functions that use it that way. But for these new ones, we're gonna, like in the battle, we're gonna be using these. So here we want to do load item data, and then we're gonna do items dot, what the heck did I call it? I gotta go back. I think, so it's gonna be toggle items by type. All right, so we go back to battle, toggle items by type. And it's going to be, I forget, I think consumables is the first. So I'm not worried about, just put 0 equals item dot types dot consumable. And then we focus on the menu. And then here, well, let's just test that for now. So what we want to see is that anything that's not consumable is grayed out. And so that's okay. We need to, so we're going to disable it. So it's going to be false because we want to show those in the inventory so that the spacing is the same, but they will be disabled if my logic is correct. Okay, so everything is disabled. So that means we're not doing that right. Right, so I think we just have to take a look at, I mean, could it be in here? I don't know. That looks all right to me. Let's see. So for debugging something like this, we got to look at these. So that looks good. We're doing the type int. We're gonna print. Actually, no. We're gonna do this print button.text because I want to see what these names are and see why their types are not lining up right. All right, so it's just those are all of the empty ones, right? Apple short sword. So I don't know items by type. Item equals data I. Valid buttons dot append. Maybe we need to be doing. So that's fine, but so items. Let's close slot because we're not using it right now. I'm gonna hide them. If item type equals type, first off, let's just print item dot type and try and figure out what where this is going wrong. Okay, that's a lot of printing, but we can see 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. I don't know why it's being called so many times. That's very perplexing to me. But it's telling us this is a type 0. That's, type 1. That's type 0. And type 0 is what we want. So I just don't understand. Toggle items by type. So this should be working, right? Get items by type. Or, get buttons by type. So let's see if we're getting it to show up there. We don't need this because we know that's working now. So, nothing. I don't get it. Get items by type. So if I is less than data size, we're setting data size correctly, right? And item equals data I. I don't know. This one's kind of confusing me. Maybe I need to take a step back. All right, soup. So yeah, I mean, I have no idea why it's getting called so many times. But those should totally be valid. Like, are we calling this a bunch of times? Oh, wait. No, that's fine. Button not show, button disable equals false. And then we continue. And it's the same as doing like this, right? I don't know why that would be a problem, but you know, it's worth rolling out. This is weird. I wanted to print press. Okay. Alright, so we press it once. Yeah, I have, like, why in the world is this looping? Oh, you know what? But let's do... Get item. Let's try printing. Because that should only be 2. I have no frickin' idea why that is being called so many times. Listen, data size. Man, I thought this was gonna go by really easily, but they're fooling me. I mean, our other buttons work. Like that's... Oh, we have to reset menu level. That's... Let me go to next player. Got to... That should be fine. Now we got slime, so that looks good. That's what we wanted to see from there. I want to see, that looks good. So, like the spells menu works fine. Let's take a look. Do we have hide on focus exited? That's correct. Auto disable focus. Right, it's the same for the spells, so I think I need to look at how we get the spells. Maybe I messed something up. So just automatically disable it if it's invalid. Up here. Alright. Here's one idea. To try and figure this out, I'm going to move this. Just kind of seeing where that takes us. Okay. We'll see if the items work without that sort. Yeah, so they work. All right, the focus works how we want. It's just we want short sword to be disabled, and we want to be able to focus on these. And some loud music. All right, so now that we know that it does work without that, I think it's maybe the ordering of this. I don't know why that would matter. We're not doing anything to mess that up. Maybe it's I don't know. Let's look at. I'm gonna check out the remote. Okay. All right. So we want to check you in here. Let's see items. So let's see what's happening. We have disabled. These are all disabled. We can see the names up there, right? The text. Let's do this. Looks good. I don't get it. If it's in that. We need to. We're gonna. See if that helps. Whoa. So it definitely works. I just have no idea why. Oh, well that's your answer right there. We just want to see it printed once. All right, now it looks good. So we're getting, like, these buttons are in there. Maybe it's a timing issue. It could be like one of those weird Godot things. And watch, I bet you that's the issue. Okay, I lost that bet. Does anyone have any idea? If you're out there. If you're out there, let me know. I don't even have access to my chat right now. Not like anyone's gonna be there. But right, we're getting them. We can see they're in there. Right, like I can print button.txt. Okay, now, okay, that's interesting. They're not showing there. For all the buttons in here. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm doing that. Oh, jeez Louise. I was appending the item. And that, see, the whole problem, how far do I have to go? Is the naming here. We need to call this get item buttons by, or get buttons by item type. That is so much clearer. We're going to do the same thing here. Get buttons by slot. And we're going to do the same thing. It's going to be toggle items by, or item type. This should be buttons. See, now it's accurate to the action. We're just going to do okay. Then in battle, what we have to do is, I'm just going to copy this, toggle buttons by item type. Now, I feel pretty good that that's going to work. All right, see? Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. Oh, that focusing works really well. And so now that we can actually press those buttons, what we can do, you know, I want to reset. We're going to override to 0. We're going to do the same thing here. So now we have that. Okay, so these should work. Now we have to check when we're pressing on the item buttons. And for that, I think we're just going to connect that manually. Or maybe not. We might do like we did in the GUI. And just do like, yeah. I think that'll work. Screw it. We'll try it. I like doing different things every now and then. So we want, where are we going to show the description? It's going to be like up here. Let's see what that might look like. So we have items, description window. Like what would happen if we put those in a VBox? If I can find items, you need to go, I think, to the end, and then description, you're gonna do that. It's just a little bit too big. I think if we go to that and override, it's just a little bit, no, that works. Nice. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. Like, it's tough when you have these low resolution games because you only have so much real estate, right? There's only so many pixels to work with, and you still need to communicate that data. So that should be all right. So we do items, we'll abbreviate. And so now we have to update up here because this path is going to change now. So we have items, and we have description. Just abbreviate. Do I have that as a no? I think we can do that. It's going to be do that. And so now we go back up here. It's going to be that equals Dees. So whenever we focus on an item, this is going to be a lot more readable than the GUI, I think, because we're going to split it up by all these different functions. Okay, I kind of lost my train of thought. Sometimes I just need to shut up and do the work. So you are a button. It's going to be text. Do I have? You could probably like function get item description. Or you know what? Set text from item. So it's going to take. Yeah, it's going to be. Just call it. See, name is already taken. I guess we can just do p name. I hate doing that, but no. Let's just call it item name. I swear, naming variables and stuff is like an art on its own. So we're gonna do. You know what? This doesn't really work. Let's keep it simple. It's so easy to try and complicate. So we're gonna do. Get ready for this. Do we have a way to select the player in here? It looks like we do. Are we using that? Yeah, we are. Oh boy, so it's going to be player.inventory dot find. Okay, let's break this up. That way we get autocomplete. Inventory equals player. Then we just do that. So find item by name. This is button.text. And and then we're going to do dot description. And we also need to check, we're going to need to know if spells are active or not. And so we're going to do, I think, just item states going to be, we have items and spells. And we're going to have, do it down here, var items state equals, I don't know, -1, whatever. Then we have to do if item state equals item states items. We do the inventory. Otherwise, we're going to check we're going to do items description text equals. We have to get our ability. Do abilities button and I think that'll work. We might need to enhance that a bit, but that's okay. Now it should be okay. Good. So we can test that out. A lot of red down there. I don't like seeing that. So we just need to hide the description. And so we show it on here. Or really, we show it up here. Not all the way up there, but we got to do dot show. And so anytime we go back, we need to do options buttons focused. And we're going to pull this up. I'll show you what we're going to do there. Make this nice. That's I should set up my GUI. We're going to do item search dot. So just make sure that's always hidden when we're there. And let's see. Let's see. Oh, we gotta hide that when we're in the ready. I mean, really, I could just do that, but and then I think we'll also just make sure in case I turn it on in the editor. All right, so that looks good. We want to see. We're not getting that description. What's wrong? Find item by name. Button.text. Oh, duh. Forgot. It's a window. It's not a label. Let me just copy that. Oh, still no good. Not getting it there either. Okay, let's take a look. We never use button. Oh, an options button focused. Yeah, that's fine. So, why? I have to do this. Let's see what the hell's happening. Yeah, so we're not getting that focused. Did I do the wrong? We did items, items button focused, right? Are we getting? Oh, we're not setting item state. Wait, I think we are. We're about to find out. Dang it. Items. Just copy that to spells. We're also going to reset the state. Just to be safe, we're going to do that up here. That's going to be -1. All right. Find item by name. Really? Okay, so what is it? Get item by name. You know what? You and your specific. All right, so I know I don't need that print anymore. Hey kid, I'm a computer. Okay, we've got spell. Okay, everything looks great. So another thing I wanted to add, and we can worry about animating things later. Another thing I want to add, I want to make this wider. I will probably do it to here or something like that, and I want to add quantities. And then in place of quantity for spells, we can put the mana cost. All right, so before we get there, we're not going to worry about that yet. We're going to do, usage of items and spells. I think we should do the spells first because I want to see a fire spell. I think that'll be cool. So I'm probably going to do that like Earthbound. If you're familiar with that, I'm a huge fan of their screen effects. So, and maybe this game's just going to be a hybrid of Dragon Quest and Earthbound. I don't know, but anyway, and maybe we don't need that big of a description window. I don't know. So spells. All right, that functionality is going to be items button pressed. And so after that, we have to, what do we have to do? We have another one of these. Which is okay. And actually, no, we just go to targeting. And so I think let me look at my item and my abilities. Like, how are we checking the offensive? Or is that just a spells thing, ability? Gotta open that up. Offense, so it's in type. And I think that's fine. I think for item, maybe we do the same thing. Or maybe we just give it a function. Is this really all I have for item? Wow. We're gonna do function is offensive. That's kind of a funny. We're gonna return a bool, so it's gonna be return heal hurt. It's gonna be sign. I think it's sign we want. Heal hurt. Maybe it's -1. Or is it? Yeah, sign. Sign's right. So if it's negative, it's gonna return -1. So if it's offensive, it's gonna be hurting, right? And I think we probably need to check if it's consumable too. So if type equals types dot consumable, and that otherwise it's just going to be kind of neutral. All right, so that should be good. And then ability, I think we'll do, you know, we're going to do the same function, just a little bit different. It's going to be type equals types offensive. And we don't even have to do that, right? Just do that. So, all right, go to battle, go back down here. And if, again, we have to do tempted. Do I want to store selected item and spell? I think maybe. Maybe? Why not? We'll just call it item too. I don't care about it being selected. Item. Store, spell, ability. Oh, keep it simple. Now we can do equals this. Description. That way, when we're focusing, we're just getting that there. And so here's that. All good. Right. This is you know, the definition of iterative, right? We're just like building it as we go. We're figuring out what we need. We're trying not to overcomplicate it until, you know, we need certain features. So, all right, if spell is offensive, we're going to target the enemies first. Right, so it's going to be enemies buttons grab focus, button grab focus, always going to be 0. And the same thing up here. If item dot is offensive, we do enemies. Whoops, too many underscores. Enemies info dot button grab. Same thing. And then we do else. We want to target the players, and I haven't implemented that. I was thinking we could target up here, but I have to figure out how I communicate that. Or I could add a targets menu. And so if I show that, so this is our setup when we're picking an ability and a spell, right? If it's all offensive, we're going to target over here. And maybe Maybe we put the targets. No, I think we do want to get targeting up here. And so maybe that's an arrow. I don't really have a ton of space. We could do like an arrow at the top. I think that would be kind of nice, actually. So how do we want to handle that arrow? I think that one, since that arrow only needs to be on these info cards, we can just put it in that scene. And then the nice thing is that in the GUI, we can probably get rid of these things. And we can just use that, but we'll play it by ear. So for now, I gotta open up these cards. And we're going to be adding, I might have to re-evaluate this. We're gonna do if, actually we're gonna change it to player. Info card, is that not a thing? It's about to be. It's about to be, baby. So we're gonna do this. Cards, and I mean really I no, just do do we need that I? We do need that index, it seems. Maybe not. No, it's fine. So we do get child, or you know, var. Alright, let's clean it up a bit here. We do size, and that's going to be children. Oh, it wants us. You know what? That's fine. Let's call it cards for now. I don't really care. It's not the most legible. I'll put a note. Actually, put it up here. Cards also contains other nodes. Non-card nodes. Cards displayer. That should be good. Alright. Hey guys. How's it going?
Good, are you?
Nice ball. Yes.
I got for Easter from my mom.
Oh, nice. That's alright.
It's his daughter again.
Alright. Why don't you go play with your friend for now, okay? Entertain your friend. So, alright, I gotta put music on so I can concentrate. 1 second. Or I gotta crank it up. Alright, why don't you guys go to your room, okay? Because I gotta finish up some stuff. Alright, thank you. Jeez. Hard to concentrate when you got kids running around. Alright, so if item is offensive, what was I gonna do? We're gonna target the players. Let me put that in so I don't forget. Target players. Same thing. So we were working on the battle. It's crazy how quickly my train of thought got ruined. I'm getting it back. So let's put some asterisks. All right, so now in here we should be set up for adding that arrow. Now I'm gonna try. I think we need to make. Let's see. Why is this not just an animated sprite? That's so goofy to me. I don't need that timer at all. We're gonna yeah, let's clean this thing up. And we're gonna change your type. What do you need sprite frames? Okay. And so we need to get your sprite. Where was it? Arrow blinking. Good art, arrow blinking. Very, very low resolution. So it's just 2 horizontal, 1 wide. Pick both, add them. Let's see, we can zoom in. So now we can I gotta set playing. Yeah, I mean, that seems okay for now. Basically, we don't need that anymore. It's just gonna automatically animate. And I wanna add, I wanna be able to use this without the canvas layer. And so that's fine because we've set it up that way. So we're also going to add export bar vertical. And so that is just going to do in here, if vertical, we're going to rotate, and I have to look at, I think it's, let's test it out. I think we just do like 90 degrees. Yeah, so we do that, that'll be fine. So what is that, rotation degrees equals 90. And then we'll probably have to play with the offset, but that should be okay for now. Everything else should be fine. And so now we can just put the arrow blinking in here. And we're going to set vertical to true. It's not going to, oh, you know, we might have to put in a custom offset. All right, because by default, it's always going to go like here. But let's just see what happens. So, we'll do function target, and it's going to be index int. And all we're going to do there, let's do this. Equals this. And did I set that to vertical? Yeah. All we're going to do is do this move. I don't know. It's just called move? Okay. So we set the control and the modulate target. It's going to be parts X. I think we're fine. We're going to change this to be optional, so it'll be if P on all. We're going to do modulate. Are you watching Krumar? Oh, it sounded like it. Yeah, with the talking plant. Oh, that's awesome. We might have to play that on the stream. All right, so that way it's optional, and if it's null, we're just gonna follow the position target. So it's a lot to keep track of sometimes. So in here, that looks good. And now we just have to call this with the appropriate index. And that's going to be here. Oops. It's going to be players target party member player index. Beautiful. And oh, the funny thing, now this has to be shit. Pardon my language. This has to be a menu. And oh man, we're gonna have to. Oh, actually, I went through all this work and then I didn't realize this. We can just make this a menu. So I'm actually gonna cut that, and we're gonna add. We need a way to change the arrow blinking, but for now, let's just worry about getting it in position first, right? So if this is a menu, we have to make some changes here. I think we have to do that. We have to clear that. Hide on focus exit, no. We don't want to hide on start. We always want to show it. Auto disable focus, that should be good. So I think now, let's do this. And so that's a custom, and we're going to do on button focused. I don't think we really have to call that anymore. But these aren't buttons. So that's that kind of breaks what I was trying to do. I could make their names buttons. I know this is getting a bit more complex here. We might, I think we're going to nix that idea of making this a menu for now. All right, because it's just a little bit more than I want to tackle right now. And I'm just trying to keep it chill. So we're going to do that. I think we're going to add some custom functionality. So it's going to be, we're going to do some of this. And so we want to do our card player. Oh my gosh. I need to get a light on. Hold on. Okay, so card is null. Oh, it's like a default value. We're gonna do card equals this with an underscore. Delete that crap. Card else card hide. We also have to do connections. So it's gonna be card.connect. What the heck am I doing? Why do these need a connection? No, I'm getting, maybe I did get thrown off a bit too much here. That's all right. We'll try and, I want to get this arrow kind of working. So maybe we'll just have the battle call that, which they're doing, and let's see just what happens there. You know? Okay. Arrow blinking is not existing in. Okay, maybe that's why. Is it breaking at? Yeah, it's breaking right there. So we're just going to go back to this and get rid of that card. And that should Yeah, okay. So we want to use a healing item. Alright, so I'm not seeing that. We gotta go down to let's see if this is working. Or you know what? If it is, it'll go to here. So we want to print. Yes. Maybe arrow blinking has some kind of. I don't know. It should be all right. I'll be right back. What are you guys doing? It's a little wild, like your shirt. You messed up. You have fun. It's just like it sounds like you're going nuts in here, like a stampede. Whew. Okay, we're back. Let me get a little wine. So we are receiving it. It looks like all we're doing is trying to target that player menu, that party member. Cards index. Let's print. Oh, wait, did we mess up the code here or something? I mean, this looks fine. And it's working in the rest of the game, right? Now that I change it, it's still okay. We want playing on by default. And these kids are like going nuts. All right. Yeah, that's totally fine. We're just not getting. Where's the other one? Like, why is this not? Oh, shoot. No, it's only if it's a player info card. Else print is open. Just want to make sure it's there. Wait, what? Getting true and then false? What? All right, so yeah, it's just telling us we do have one. We're getting that. Let's just take a look at remote and see if we can see anything wrong there. I don't understand why those are separate there. So it's playing, it's visible. Okay, the modulate, it's okay, so we might not want that modulate like that. I think we're actually, when we do this, we're going to do that, and it's going to be players. Or no, you can just go here. Need to update something real quick. See the plural. And we go down to there. We just have to add, it's going to be self. Because we want it to follow the modulate of the player card's H box. We don't want it blinking with the the blinking modulate with that. And then one last thing I think we should do is just print the global position and see if that'll. Oh, didn't want that. See if that tells us a story. So we don't. Okay, it has a target now. That's because we have two of them. I think we need, say, instead of that, we're going to do it in here. Purely a debug. Oh wow, I forgot I added that. That's so nice. The auto fill for that. And we're gonna do arrow. All right. That way we can kind of, see where the heck is that thing going, right? I forgot to. I did. So that's just for the one. It's telling me it's at 122.17, which is right around there, right? So that looks pretty good. Item. Okay, so it moved. It's at 109, right, and 12. So I don't know. I don't understand why we don't see that thing. Is it a draw? Is it getting covered? Like what? It's visible. The alpha. It has alpha, right? Let me see. Do we see it? I can't believe I didn't think of this before. Do we see it in? Well, now I'm a little confused. We don't want that there. That's an old method. Okay, that might have been the problem. Let's try again. Okay. Okay. We're cooking. So now I just have to add a custom offset to it. And so to figure that out, what we do is we go in here and we're just going to manually, actually going to put it at 90. And I'm just going to place it and we're going to see probably that's about center, right? And I mean, we could, what we want to do is just look at the size of this. So it's going to be 25, right? I don't know why, but I guess it's 25 plus that. So I'm okay with that for now. I think one other thing we want to do, always make sure we're resetting that. And so we're going to add another export var. So it's going to be offset override. And actually, yeah, because we're using -4 there, which that could be a problem in itself, right? Because like we're factoring, so tell you what, let me all this vector 2 equals vector 2 4, right? That's what we're doing, I think. -4 4. Okay, cool. So that'll be the default, and we're just gonna do offset equals offset, right? And we'll put that there. So next, we know. Well, I gotta look at it again because we want that was 0. 0 offset. And then we're going to recalculate. Probably like move that up one. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So where are we at? 28 and 1. And so now for the vertical one here, we're going to do 28 and 1. And I think we reset it, right? I mean, actually, I can just leave it there. So when we load up that battle, we should see that in the right spot. It looks a little bit off there. Maybe something needs to save and reload, but so yeah, it does look off. I think it's because, well, for one, we just need to hide it. And I think it shows in there, and then we just need to hide it again when we, like in the battle, but we'll figure that out in a second. Let's just see if we can get the targeting down, okay, so that's not right. And it's because we're manually offsetting, and we're also using the position of that. I don't know why. Is it because we have to look at that? We have to get their global position. This one's a little bit tricky. I think we're just going to figure out like how much of an offset. We're going to do 25 and like -1 for this. All right, let's 25 -1. I think that's what we need. I'm not sure. Good, good. Okay. Go to items. 25 -1. Why is that? It really, I think it does have to be a menu. Because it's pretty much functioning like a menu. And that might be a little bit outside of the scope that I want to tackle right now. But I'll give it a shot. And if that's the case, we don't need it to have its own arrow blinking, but we might just add, now I gotta get rid of this stuff because we don't need it. And so we're gonna do this. Base offset vector 2, vector 2 is a -4,4. And I think that was the base. It should be -4,4. So yeah, we're always going to do that. Offset equals base. I think we probably want to do that before we do any moves. We get rid of this. Now the only problem is that if we're a menu, we don't need that anymore. We're not going to be doing that. We're gonna change that up. So we don't have to do that anymore because we don't have that in here. We're gonna have to kind of finagle this to be a button. And I'm gonna look at how I'm doing that with these enemies. So the enemies, it's just like a long, it's a button and then I have a H box on it. So Similarly, we have to update the info card to be a button. And then we're going to make this the root. And we're going to call that player info card. And then we just give that the player info card script. We remove it from this. We're just going to call this the window. And then, so the player info card is now going to be a button. And I'm just going to make sure we're not breaking anything there. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so beautiful. I mean, everything looks the same. I think we probably just want to copy this minimum size, which is 50-50. That's nice and even, isn't it? I tell you, I am just so relaxed. That looks beautiful. And then we can do center, make it nice and pretty. And so look, now that those are all buttons, right? Although we're getting like a weird button background. Let me see if I can, is there like a texture I need to remove? Oh no, we can worry about that later. We could do probably this. Just make that 0. Yeah, so that takes care of that. Now, hey guys. That's a menu we need to add. That's just going to be self. We don't want to hide. No, we don't want that. We do want that. Hide on start. No. So, are you heading back? Yeah. All right. Have a good night, Charlie. So, let's just see. Well, now we have to change up in our battle code. Because now it's just going to be doing players dot button. And we don't actually want that. We just want to always go to 0. And right, so now, oh, player info card, animation player. Do we not have that anymore? It's because all of our thing that Jake's got changed. So we gotta redo all these. I think we just have to add window. Yeah, we just go like this. Animation player needs window. Right? Yeah. Does it need margin container too? No. Actually, you don't need to be. We're gonna have you outside of that, and so you can just be animation player. And I have to make sure that didn't. Okay, looks like everything's good there. Actually, we might have to apply that to the button. But no, I think we're all right. So we're getting red errors. That's all because of that, I think. So we should be good. Connect in base nil. I'm guessing this is in. Does it have a? What are we calling this? This is battle for button and get buttons. No, battle's calling what? What am I looking at? We have battle. I'm guessing it's the player info cards. These are buttons. Base nil button. Connect button. Button connect. Button connect and get buttons. Oh, do we? What do we have to do? Container path. Oh, you know what? I think we can just leave that because it has to have something. Connect it. You better reconnect, man. Quality content. Button container path should be right. That's fine. What's the problem with that? Don't we make it self? Oh, you know what? We do have. No, it's wrong. Yeah. This needs to be like that, I think. I need to make sure. I don't know why that. What? What? I mean, it works in there. Their info cards. Dude, I'm trying. So player info cards. Button. Get buttons. What's the, oh, now that should work. I mean, is it because they are called player info cards? I mean, if that's the problem, that stinks. We got to do match case holders. All right, the good news, we're only using it there, so let's just take it out for now. And we'll do does that work? Continue. I think that, okay, no, it's just not working at all. So we're gonna go back to what we had. That was more readable. Info card. Yo, cats, what are you doing? What are you trashing? Okay. Yeah, it is. It's right there. I really don't know about this one. All right, that's good now. I don't know. Let's take a look. Their info cards. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's working until it gets to the GUI tween. That's why. All right, we got to do this then. Make it a control. And it's going to be that should work. And that's actually just going to be an HBox there. And remove that. You're going to get that now. So that way, if we add a GUI tween to it, it's not messing up our info cards. And now we can get rid of that crap. I should have done this a while ago. Now I probably just have to go and update this. So we want don't hide, won't start. And this is going to be, oh geez, I have to do this. Do that. And let's see how that goes. Getting a cyclical error. So it's working, but now they're all jacked up position wise, and I think it's let's see the center. So we need to let's keep that actually. What we want to do is just copy the size of this. Not ideal, but now we're gonna do min size. And then recenter it. Does that work? So now these should be in position. And let's see what happens. Oh, so close. So let's get rid of that print and just hide it. Set highlighted in base HBox container. It's players. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to do, it's going to be get buttons. Player index. No, I'm actually just going to, what's wrong with that? Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, that would be cool if we just supplied an index. We return that, like get button by index. So I'm going to check for players and see if we're doing that anywhere. That looks good. Get node, get between, that should be all right. Are you cats all right? Cats sound like you're tripping out. We have to do get buttons here. It's just because it's a menu now. All right, so that should be good. We'll see what happens. This game's just crazy. So look at that. Look, it's a menu. It works. And the next step is just, when we pick a target, when we pick one of these buttons, we create that event. And of course, I'm going to change how we draw these. And so it's going to be something. I want to do that, and then I'm going to get off. So we'll make sure that we can get this drawing right. And hold on one sec. I got these cats are like losing it. What are you guys doing? Huh? It's like absolute madness. Got the kids running around like maniacs. Lines are all messed up. Is there a cat in the room or something? All right, so we're gonna have to have some way of changing that. I think we'll just do it. Maybe we do it in player info cards. No, I guess it has to be in the menu or on the button. Actually, we might hold off on that because that's just a little bit more than I want to get into. We're probably going to have an export var that we check on the menu that dictates the offset of our arrow, as well as if it's vertical or not. So for example, this would be about 25 and -4, and we'd rotate it. And let's get that in. I want to see it. Okay, so copy this player. Let's just try this. And of course, in here, I'll set that to true. And then when we move, oops, I did a extra page. When we do arrow blinking move, we're going to need another variable. And I'm going to put true. And then we go here. So it's going to be, you know, let's put it here. So let me fix that. We want, oh no, it's going to be is player info cards. And you're going to check that in here. False. And then you're going to have to send this through here. Bear with me. And you're going to have that here. We don't think it's false. Should be good. And so we're going to dictate our offset and our rotation. And so it's going to be if is player info cards, our offset equals, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. It's going to be like 25 minus 4, minus 1, I think, and else offset equals vector 2. I'm going to check that in here real quick. Negative 4, 4. We also want rotation degrees 90. Do. And for lucky, that'll just work. It'll just be perfect. It'll be centered, everything, no problems. So no, it's why is that? So clearly we need like, it's like that offset's not working at all. Let me try let's just play around with some numbers here. All right, so I didn't save that script, but it should, What? Oh, it's because we rotated. Oh my gosh. We rotate, so it's actually, okay, this is kind of interesting. I think it's going to be like this. Yeah. All right, but we have, this is wrong. This needs to be negative 25. Yeah. And we'll do, I think negative 2. Did I get the wrong? Well, no, that kind of looks good. Yeah, I'm down with that for sure. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's pretty smooth too. I'm not gonna lie. Now, when we exit, why are we not grabbing button grab focus? Oh no, see, we're not supposed to be handling that. It's gonna be advanced menu level. It's gonna be players 0. That's the problem. And we gotta do the same thing here. It's gonna be enemies. Enemies info? Sorry. Alright. Oh baby. Alright, so look, let's you're gonna attack. Okay, now we do a heal spell, right? It goes to us. If we do fire, it goes to the enemy. How wonderful is that? Oh my gosh, it went through? Oh, because we're not even checking like what we're doing. So that's gonna be it for today. I'll come back in and we'll just, I don't even have to take notes. We'll just run through. I know what we have to do. We're gonna get it. It's gonna look good. It's really, really cool progress for today, I think. So that we can get rid of. Interesting. Does that push? Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna save everything. Have a great night. Let me know if you need anything. Like if you want me to go into detail on anything that I'm doing, or if you want me to focus on certain features.